Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of checking out this channel, thank you for stopping by, and please subscribe to my channel. And if you have been here, thank you for coming back. All right, so today I am going to be showing you how I made this beautiful shift dress. So there are two ways by which you can wear this dress. This is the first method, right, and this is the second method. You see, it is a very versatile dress. So guys, let's get to the tutorial. This is the fabric that I'll be using. It's an African print fabric. Okay, so I folded it into four. Actually, these first two layers is for the front. You see, it is on fold. It is on fold here. This is the open end. All right, and this bottom piece, this lower piece, is for the back. On this back piece, I've already drawn a line. It's a 1-inch zipper allowance, all right, from the top to the bottom. So the folded part of the front pattern is on the zipper allowance of the back pattern. Okay, so this space that you have here between the top and the bottom, this space is for the zipper, which will be at the back. All right, so the width of my fabric is my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches. All right, 1 inch to make it free, right, because I want to make it a free dress and not a fitted one, and then 1 inch for seam allowance. Okay, so that is what I have here. So now I'm going to measure the length of my dress. So from this bottom part to the top is 38 inches. So that is the length of my dress. The length that I want is 36 plus 2 inches for hemming at the bottom. That is 38 inches. Do you get? So now I'm going to start my measurements from here. So this line will also form the shoulder line. All right, the neck width is 4 inches. All right, so I measure 4 inches from this folded part. All right, I'm going to measure 4 inches inward. And then the neck depth for the back is 1 inch. All right, so I'm just going to measure 1 inch also from that line. And the neck depth for the front, I want it to be about 3.5 inches. Okay, I'll measure 3.5 inches, and then I'm going to connect these two lines, this to here and this to here. So now my shoulder width is 15.5 inches. So 15.5 divided by 2, that gives me 7.75 inches. So from here, from this folded edge, I'm going to measure 7.75 inches inward. And I'll make a mark. So this is my shoulder width, okay? So from this top line, I'll be measuring my armhole divided by 2. Okay, so my armhole measurement is 16 divided by 2, that is 8 inches. So I'm going to draw a straight line. So on this line, I'll also be drawing an horizontal line, all right, because it is on this line that I'll be measuring my bust measurements. From my shoulder to my waist, that is 15.5 inches. I'm going to mark that as well. And then from my waist to my hips, that is 7.5. So I'll mark 7.5 and then I'll draw it into a straight line. And then from here to here is the length of my dress plus 2 inches. Okay, so let me just mark 2 inches up from here. So guys, on my bust line, I'm going to measure my bust divided by 4. Okay, so my bust measurement is 34 divided by 4, that is 8.5, right? 8.5 plus 1 inch just to make the dress free, that is 9.5. okay, so I'll be measuring 9.5 here on this line, and after that I'll be marking 1 inch for seam allowance. Okay, 1 inch for seam allowance. So on my waistline, my waist measurement is 32 divided by 4, that is 8 plus 1, all right, that is 9. So I'll mark 9 inches here, and then 1 inch for seam allowance. So on my hips, my hip measurement is 40 divided by 4, that is 10. plus 1 inch just to make the dress free. That is 11. So then I'll be adding 1 inch extra for seam allowance. Okay, so on the M line I'm going to mark the exact thing. This is 12 in total, right? So I'll be marking 12 here. But if you want yours to be a little bit pencil, you can deduct 1 inch from what you have here, 1 to 2 inches. You can deduct it and then you mark it here. But I want mine just to be a straight dress. Okay, so I'll be marking 12 inches here. All right, so I'll connect these lines. The next thing I'll be working on is the shoulder line. Usually, you know that we come down by 1 inch, right? For the shoulder slant. So I'll be coming down by 1 inch here. And then I'll connect it, this line, to this neckline. So this is my shoulder slant. And then, you know that for the front, on the armhole line, we go in by 0.5 inch. So I'm going to mark what I have here. This is 7. I'll find the midpoint, that's 3.5. I'm going to go in by half an inch. And then I'm going to connect these 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. Okay, but before I connect this line, you know this dress is going to be a sleeveless dress, right? So I don't want the armhole, the shoulder, to stop on my shoulder bone. All right, so I'll be coming in by 1 inch. All right, on this shoulder slant I'll mark 1 inch inward. Okay, you know it's a sleeveless dress, so that is how it should be. All right, so I'll be connecting these 3 points, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so for the back armhole I'll be connecting this point to this point, this line. All right, and then to this point. So it's going to be something like this. So one is coming from here, meeting here, and then here. The other is here, then the 0.5 inch that I marked inward, and then here, right? So this is what I'm going to be cutting out. Okay, so I'm going to cut the back first. All right, and then I'll cut the front. Then again, I want this dress to have a pocket. You know, usually I put pockets on my dresses, right? So I'm just going to mark a point that is about 9 inches. Okay, so this is where I'm going to start my pocket. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this out and then we can talk about the other things. So the next thing is to cut the pocket. I have a detailed video on how to cut the pocket.
So now, in order to get the fabric that I'm going to gather, first I am going to measure around my upper chest, including my arm. All right, and whatever measurement that I get, I'm going to multiply that by at least 2. You can do 3 inches if you want the gathers to be very full. My own measurement is 43 inches. Okay, so I'm going to multiply 43 inches by 2. That is 86. So I'm going to get a piece of fabric at least 86 inches long and 5 inches wide. After that, I am going to gather the fabric.
So guys, this is the fabric. I have arranged it. So the only thing that I have done on this fabric is to attach the pocket, the 4 of them. Okay, the 4 of them. The next thing that I'll be doing now is to join the sides. All right, so I'll be joining the sides, right side facing right sides. Okay, the pocket will be out this way. First, I'll join at the shoulder. All right, join at the shoulder. Then I'm going to join here 1 inch seam allowance this way down to the hem. I'm going to do the same on the other side as well. After that, I'm going to fix my zipper here. I'm going to sew straight down from where the zipper ends straight down to the hem. All right, so after that I'm going to finish the neckline and the armhole with a biased hip. So after doing this, I'm going to fix this gathered material. I'm going to sew it on the dress. The only thing that I've done here is that I joined the fabrics, you know, all the pieces that I showed you. I joined it, and then I hemmed the bottom part, you see, and then I gathered the top. All right, so I have a tutorial on how to gather fabrics. Okay, it is that same method that I used to gather this. The total length that I want is my off shoulder measurement, which is 43. So I'm going to gather it to 43 inches. All right, and then I'll show you how to attach it on the dress. So guys, I have sewn the sides, all right, the hem as well, and then like I said, I used the bias tape for the neckline and the armhole. All right, and I've also attached the pockets, you know, we did that earlier, and the zipper as well. I ended up using the longer zipper, okay, and it is invisible, so on the right side it is not going to show. The last thing actually is to attach this ruffles. So I gathered this fabric to 43 inches. Okay, so now I'm going to get the midpoint. So this is the midpoint here. All right, I use this pin, and then on this fabric as well, I'm going to find the midpoint. So the midpoint is where the zipper is. This is the midpoint, that is where the zipper is. And on this ruffles as well, this is the midpoint. Okay, so I'm going to place the midpoint, right, the midpoint on the midpoint here. So it now depends on the level that you want the ruffles to be. Okay, so I would prefer it to be about, let me measure it, about 5 inches down. Let's do 6 inches. Okay, let's do 6 inches down. So you're going to place the right side, this is the right side, on the right side this way. You're going to flip it over like this. Okay, so the right side of the ruffles on the right side of the fabric. So by the time we sew it like this, okay, you flip it over, and then this place will be neat. Okay, so you just pin it down. You pin it on the top layer. You know, we're going to sew it to the front and then to the back. It's going to be all the way through to the back. So you pin it first to the top layer, which is the front part. Okay, and then you take it over to the back. So this is the back. So about the back, you know that invariably this is going to be our armhole. The excess that we are going to have here will be our armhole, right? So what you're going to do is this end of the fabric, you know, since we already measured it, we already gathered it, so we have the exact amount of fabric that we want, right? So this part, you're going to place it, the edge, you're going to place it very close to the zipper. Okay, ensure that it is on the same level with the 6 inch that we made marked at the front. Okay, so you bring the other side as well. Ensure it's on the same level.
So this is how it is going to look after sewing it. All right, so this excess fabric that we have is going to serve as the sleeve. Okay, you know, it's like a cold shoulder, so you're going to put your hands through that. All right, and then that is it. So now I am going to sew the ruffles to the dress, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This is what the dress looks like. You see, it is very, very beautiful, and it's something you can make very, very quickly. All right, and you can wear it in 2 ways, like I said in the intro of the video. So thank you very much. If you're not clear about anything, please ask your questions and I'm going to attend to them. Also, please subscribe, like this video, comment, and please share. Thank you for watching. Till we see you again. Bye.